Did you listen to Jeff and Professor Hamo in the morning? Here's what you missed.
Let's face it, tattoo has been on the scene for a while.
This is true.
Welcome to Hotline 6, by the way.
Thank you for having me.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
You have a lovely smile.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's just all smile. So, when did Tattoo stop singing?
I have to say our last recording was probably in 2010.
Wow. That's almost a decade ago.
Yeah. Almost.
What have you guys been doing for 9 years, Shinde?
Everything. We grew up. One of us is a lawyer and she's more corporate. Debbie decided to cross overseas and then here I am. Getting back into music.
Obviously, you missed it.
Music is always my first love. Always was. I really even don't feel like I left the scene because I was recording even throughout. It's just that maybe people stop seeing me. But I've decided that this is the year. 2019 is mine.
Oh, it is.
Was it tough? Because you guys were touted as Kenya's biggest girl band.
Yes.
I mean, that comes
East
huge.
African.
It's fame, eh? You get fame.
It was East African
Biggest girl band.
Yes.
And now you walk the streets and nobody knows you.
Yeah, it's comfortable. No one is judging me.
And you want to go
I
back
love
into it.
Well, it's a compromise I'm willing to make.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so in the 9 years, in almost a decade, what has Shinde been up to?
I'm still maintaining being in the entertainment industry, so I've worked with various companies regarding marketing, advertising. I worked for an online company briefly, and now I work with Fat Music and Entertainment. So I don't really feel like I left the scene. I feel like I got more knowledge, especially from a business angle. And now I want to get back into performing.
Which is important, kwanza biashara. Because kuna muziki lakini mvuko hakuna kitu. Polisi walikula kona. So that's a beautiful thing.
Do you know we used to refer to your name as a Mercedes back in the day?
I'm told.
Shinde.
Yeah,
umeona hiyo Shinde?
Kulikuwa na pujo.
You know, before Sheng was Sheng, we had our own Sheng going.
Hiyo ilikuwa Sheng ya kizungu. Sambuji. Sheng. So Shinde, why Shinde? What?
It's a stage name I got actually when I acted at Phoenix Players, my first musical production, and I played Cinderella. So the guy who was playing my dad, for whatever reason, could not say
Cinderella.
Yeah, and we sort of modified it to Cinders and evolved into Shinde somehow.
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
That's a true story, but I prefer the Mercedes.
I like this one. It's a good one.
Story is beautiful.
He couldn't pronounce Cinderella, so he was like Cinderella.
Well, Cinderella. That's a beautiful story, isn't
Great
it?
story. You can't make it up.
Oh man, that's how I call it. Shinde.
Featuring Ulopa.
Oh, Ulopa Ngoma.
How was that?
Yes.
She's smiling. Come back to me.
Yes, one of my favorites.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
It was the first song I had written, and it had a good vibe around it. Not a long story, I just really loved it. And Ulopa did a great job producing it.
Is that right?
Yes, he did.
Well, let's take a listen. Red Sand and Shinde, formerly of Tattoo, which was unbreakable until it broke up.
It has never broken.
Oh, it's unbreakable.
It's still unbroken.
Unbreakable.
You ulikuwa Wagadugu. You are still doing stories on Africa. Back home, we were rocking to this.
What year was this?
This was 2010.
That's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
That's a great song. But listen, look. You guys being the biggest girl band in East Africa, it must have been the fame and the notoriety. It must have been huge.
You know, when we got into music, we didn't do it because we wanted to be famous. We just really loved to perform. And all of us met at Phoenix Players, so we already had that theatrical background of acting and singing and dancing at the same time. So when we came into the industry, we didn't realize it, but we were filling in a gap because there weren't very many in fact, I don't think there were any girl bands at that time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a plan that we came up with on paper. It just fell into place that way.
Were you guys ready for it?
Yes and no. because we had been performing behind the scenes for different corporate events. So now when we decided to go to Ogopa and release a song, and then the impact of the song and the expectation was much huger than we had anticipated.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting ride.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Any regrets?
Absolutely not.
Come on.
Absolutely
If you were to do it again.
Well, probably we would want more structure, because at the time we were very used to doing things ourselves. So we were the producers, we would go out looking for wardrobe and what have you. But then now I think you need more structure, so that someone is helping you build your brand on social media, someone is taking care of your brand, wardrobe and whatever. So I think maybe just more structure, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Well, if you don't remember the group Tattoo, there's Angela, and Debbie. One of the Angelas has gone corporate. She's a lawyer, you said. Debbie took off to America, California, and then Angela is here, and she's just released a new song. With a whole bunch of famous people.
Friends. I don't know about
Go on, mention them. Big Pin.
So the song is in two parts. The first version has Nameless and Big Pin, and then the second version of the song is the same, but then it has Pascal Tokodi.
Ooh. And tell us about it.
The song talks about pressure, really, the pressure that people undergo when they're told it's time for them to settle and get married. And so what we wanted to do was get different aspects from the boys to talk about the pressure that they also undergo when that time comes when everyone is like, okay, let them get me lini, you're not growing any younger. And so we wanted to make light of a somewhat heavy discussion.
Yeah. Did you write it?
No, actually, Bien wrote it for me in 2014.
Bien of Salty Soul?
Yes, he did.
Hello. Hello.
He's a lyrical poet, and I felt that he would be the perfect person to just put this on paper, and then it was a collaboration. Really, the song is a collaboration of many people.
Friends.
What are we waiting for?
Trending.
It's called Pressure by Shinde. Pressure on you, Shinde. A lot of pressure, people saying, hey, Shinde.
Hey, hata kamoja, And it's both ways vile amesema. Unauliza hata mwanaume anauliza hata uwezi tuletea kama ulitupa hata kale ulitupa basi tuletee tu tuone.
Shinde, great song. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
Where can people find you on social media?
So Miss Mwandanda, NDA on Twitter and on Instagram, and then Shinde Kenya on YouTube and on Facebook.
Miss Mwandanda.
Yes.
Nice name. Pressure. The video's out?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Hey.
Fantastic.
And
Shinde was saying 23 years ago.
Yes.
I first met her. 23 years ago.
She needs to tell us.
Yeah, tell us the story.
So I think I was in State House Girls, and you came, I think, to give a talk on journalism.
Yeah, I just come back to Kenya, yeah.
Yes. So after the talk, I don't know, I think you gave out like your postal address or whatever.
Right.
And then I decided, let me write to you and tell you this is what I want to become. I don't think it was a journalist, but I knew it was something around media. And I didn't really expect a reply, because it's Jeff Binange.
Yeah. I mean, he's a busy man. Meeting hurricanes.
Just landed. But you were very gracious and you wrote back. And I think the whole, my dormitory at the time, like, just came to a standstill, because I was like, he's written back. I don't even know how this is happening. And then you encouraged me to follow my dreams, and you were like, I apologize because my handwriting is somewhat difficult to decipher. Decipher?
What is this? What now?
Is this? Where's the dictionary? But it was very inspiring.
Did you read it to your dorm mates loud?
I did.
Oh, man.
I did. And it was on my wall for quite some time. So thank you.
Oh, my man.
Life is
Writing
full
back.
circle.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who would have thought I'd have met you 23 years
Can you
later?
imagine? Can you imagine?
Eh.
And just writing back. You don't even
You know what?
Just writing back.
Those days there was no email. Huh?
So you had to go to the post office.
P.O. box.
Uweke stamp.
That was very kind. Thank you.
Oh, that was
Thank
yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. Goodness, that's incredible.
Hakuna mistakes.
Great story. Great
Oh,
story.
yes, it is a beautiful
So, are
story.
you excited about this new chapter you've just opened in your life?
Very much. It's long overdue. I took a break, not voluntarily. I just sort of was a little bit discouraged about how the music industry works.
Oh, man.
And Alfred Luswetti says, "Oh my, that is so nice, that jam, so nice."
You know, Jeff, hiyo enzi yao, it was Kenyan music was powerful, but everybody would sing along. It was,
Awesome.
you know,
That's awesome.
and what changed? What, in your opinion, what changed? Hii enzi ya kina Ogopa.
I don't know. I would like to
Caliph.
pinpoint something, but
Yeah.
I really don't know what changed. I think people just grew up, but there's always room for improvement. And it's not that the industry isn't doing well. I think there's just room for many people to come on board and, make good music.
You know, you guys remind me of a group nowadays, I'm sure you know it very well, called Five Alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
They were incredible in our time. Incredible. Long before something, remember?
Peace, yeah.
Remember? So, and then they went their separate ways. Obviously, some Berkeley school, like in Eric Wenena,
Yes.
everyone went their separate ways. And they never got back together again. At least not permanently. They would do a gig here and there. Do you guys see Tattoo ever coming back and doing a gig or two?
It's never off the table. But group dynamics are not easy, especially because everyone at some point starts to follow their own path. So, I guess like Five Alive, when everyone starts to venture into their own thing, you sort of, divert. But then if an opportunity presents itself and we're all available, by all means.
Yeah. So what do you think of Salty Soul then? Do you think they will last?
I hope they do.
Yeah.
I hope they do. They're doing a good job. They're doing a good
Incredible
job.
job.
Yeah.
Incredible.
As long as they have one singular vision, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and it helps to have good management.
Yes, it does. It really does. They have a wonderful team. Like the machinery behind them is amazing.
Yeah. Team is it. There's no I in team.
Turudisha State House girl. No, tume barua.
But you know why my handwriting was so horrible? You know why? I was born left-handed.
Huh?
That's okay.
But it was a curse where I come from, so I was forced to use my right hand.
Really?
Yes.
So
Why
can
was
you
it-
use both now?
So, to an extent, yeah. But here's the funny thing. When I played soccer or rugby, when it came to kicking the ball, I was left-footed.
So it never went away.
So my whole brain is messed up because the hand is right in front, with the right. The leg is kicking with the left. It was nuts.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine my childhood?
Entertain.
And they told you the reason he knew Moroi. Hii ni kitu baya. This is a curse.
They didn't tell you that in Las Vegas?
No, nauliza wewe hiyo miaka yako. Unajua miaka yako na yangu. Yangu sisi tulipata na social media. Miaka yako. You are told.
It's a curse.
You're told
You
it.
cannot be left-handed. You're the devil.
Gosh. All this age, you look at him. Anahitaji tu mapower.
He's the devil.
He's the devil at some point.
Shinde Angela Mwandanda.
Yes.
Done.
A lovely name.
It is.
Once again, give us your social media handles.
So on Twitter it's Miss Mwandanda, on Instagram Miss_Mwandanda, and then on Facebook and on YouTube Shinde Kenya.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Listen, we wish you all the very
Thank you
best
so much for having me.
in your new venture,
Kabisa.
your new chapter.
Thank you.
And I hope you get to fulfill all your dreams. Huh?
I hope so.
sir.
The new song is called Pressure, and it's with everyone from Kingpin to Nameless. Mwalimu Wanjiko is in there as well.
Mwalimu Rachel.
Same thing.
Yes.
Sorry, Mwalimu Rachel. And Pascal.
Taandika barua wewe.
Shinde. Remember the name. Shinde.
Catch Jeff Koinange and Professor Hamo every day, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on Hot 96.